revisit time, tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Ogre Battle with me, BlueAnkylo. So, just a little, how do you do to you that watch every day, or at least they watch the videos as they release. As you may be aware, it's that time of the year again, nearing the Christmas vacation time. So, I have been a little bit busier than usual, and I assume other people as well. So if there's a shortage in daily episodes, that's probably all that it is family and visiting and whatnot. We'll get back on track as we get past it, but I'll try to keep the videos coming as quick as I can. Now, for today's episode, we're going to be going back and trying to recruit Deneb, and then we're going to start trying to re-up our reputation meter, and there's a whole bunch of cities in the last couple areas that we never even visited because we skipped them entirely, so it'd be interesting to see what the people have to say. Before we leave, things of note. We currently have 94 units out of a maximum of 100. So I'm actually going to have to start deleting stuff pretty soon so that I can make room for hero units that have up to 5 each. So, like, I've got too many mermaids. Don't worry, Sandra, Sandy, whichever one you wanted. I'll give you a mermaid unit later. My plan is to finish today's episode or tomorrow's, whatever, how many I need. Get Deneb and talk to people, and then I'm going to do some unit management over the over Christmas break. So I've got, like, you know, a fairy and stuff. Leon, I don't know what I'm going to do with Leon. Like, Leon's like a hero character, but I don't really need any more wild men beastmasters exactly. I did have a request from someone, probably either Scott or Riddle, one of my named beastmen, because their units are just default. I could technically switch the names around. I've been trying to preserve hero units, but we'll see. I'm also probably, I thought about it a bit, I'm probably going to turn Aisha and Norn into princesses. They would make amazing Valkyries, probably sorceresses as well if I wanted to lower their alignment. But because it's kind of easier to turn them into princesses, given that I have a couple spare crowns, I'll probably do that, and then I'll have a lot of princesses, and I'll try to give them less overpowered units, because some of these things are pretty ridiculous. One thing as well, I think in the last episode we got a couple items. So that's to make princesses, vampires, liches and undead dragons, dragon tamers, Halloweens. We bought the golden bow, I still don't know how to say it, for Deneb. I have a moon rose that I'm holding on to that until we meet a specific town that buys it for a lot of money. And I picked up our first Centaur demon. You can get a few of these from events in game, and we can trade this in that last map we just did, Diaspola, for either undead rings, dragon staffs, or dragon stones, stone of Dragos, or the undead staff, the one that I only ever got one of, and that would let me make a second lich. Normally you just make a sorcerer out of that, but I was thinking that's probably a good idea, so we'll do that when we get back to Diaspola. Anyway, without further ado, so you might be thinking, Blue, you've got way too much reputation. There's no way you can get her to join. You're right. I've actually got a good amount of reputation right now. I actually need to drop that down significantly. Although I needed to get it up high like this to get Norn. That was pretty important. I'm going to want to drop it down. And I think the fastest way to do that will be to just park outside of the castle and just let some days go by. We can turn it up to ridiculous speed, and it shouldn't take more than a minute. It is tricky to set all this stuff up for sure. So I'm gonna just show you guys. If you let me just pick a different save slot here. If you have high reputation and you return the golden bell for Deneb's quest, she'll be happy. I'm so happy. And she gives us a glass pumpkin. So this lets you recruit infinite pumpkins. Now you can recruit them in the mountains on this map. So it's not really that valuable. So you just use it on a witch and they can just recruit them in town. But that's all you get. And that's kind of a unique item. I don't think there's any other way to get it. But that's not what we did all this trouble for. So let me turn the speed up to as fast as it possibly goes. And I'm actually going to pause the recording because it's still going to take a while. So I'll see you guys back in a few days. Hello folks, welcome back. It's been a few days. I've got the reputation bar low enough. I may have gone a little bit too low. I wasn't checking every day, but there you go. Also, while we're at this projection screen, I want to mention something that I was going to open up today. I forgot to talk about it. You may have noticed, we were talking about in the last episode that our total goth, the net number of dollars we have, whatever, the little display on the top right has been kind of bugging out, and I think it's just the display. I'm pretty sure from my research, my fact-checking, that it's just a display bug, and it might be because of the emulator, it might be part of this Super Nintendo game that you just don't notice normally. Whatever, it doesn't matter. The actual numbers for how much money we're supposed to have has been correct all along. It's just sometimes it flips one of the digits around and it looks wrong. Don't worry about it too much. And the same thing with the graphical glitches we had last episode. I don't think that was anything other than I flicked one of the switches. You can disable layers and stuff if you want. I think I just accidentally hit one of those when I dropped my keyboard. So it shouldn't be anything to worry about. Sometimes emulators are like that. I am playing on a ROM hack, so problems could arise if the person did a bad hack and, messed up the code. But hopefully that won't happen. Anyway, now that our reputation is tanked, and I did lose a lot of money actually, we're kind of poor again. Anyway, she's so happy. Hang on a second. Presto, there's the glass pumpkin again. You look bored. What did you want then? Oh, you know what I want. It is! Why didn't you say so sooner? Well, I would have, but I didn't have enough reputation. I had too much reputation. So you still get the glass pumpkin, and you get Deneb. So that's pretty cool. So, she's a character I haven't recruited her very often. So I don't remember what unit she starts with. Probably Halloweens. Or at least pumpkins. Yeah. So we've got Deneb. She's got a couple low-level pumpkins. She's a witch with just low enough alignment that I believe I can turn her into a banshee on the next level and then promote her up to a sorceress. We actually have a lot of female mages this time that I normally, keep in mind, on a normal playthrough, I would almost never turn an Amazon into a witch because I don't like witches very much. We've talked about that. So almost all of them would turn into healers or Valkyries. I ended up with a lot of muses, basically, because you only need one cleric per group, and you don't need them on every group, generally. So I end up with, usually there's a cleric and a Valkyrie or muse, as they promote into, in the back row. And I generally get a fair number of mages, but I keep them separated because they're low alignment and muses are high alignment. But this time, I'm kind of short on Valkyries, right? I got 1, 2, and that's kind of it right now. So it's kind of a different way of looking at it. We've got a lot of low alignment witches. I've probably got too many. If you just compare liches, so I've got 1 caster, 3 more, that's 7 total back row evil casters, 8, 9 eventually, 10. If I turn these 2 into princesses, at least they won't be, but I'll have 10 back row evil casters. That's really more than I should have made, actually. But suffice to say, we got what we got. And Deneb is, again, she's wasted as a witch because she's got all that intelligence and she can't do damage. But she'll be an amazing sorceress. Probably better than Warren would make as a lich, actually. Where is Warren, anyway? Yeah, she's got higher stats than Warren at level 10. So yeah, she'll be fine. Okay, so that was the hard part. Well, that was hard part phase 1. The next hard part is getting... I'll go to the slums first. The next hard part is getting enough alignment or enough reputation that we can not miss out on the rest of the good characters. There's going to be a really tricky one. Ronnie, if you guys have played the game before, who's coming up very soon and requires a lot of reputation. 2/3 again. We gotta make it all the way back up. So basically my plan here is to take the best and fastest units. Probably gonna be Chris, because he's a shaman. That's high alignment base unit. It doesn't matter the class type of the other non-leader units. It's just your average alignment, which is perfect 100 here, and the leader is a good character, which tends to give you the most possible reputation. So we're going to deploy Chris, and we're going to let him recruit. We're going to let him liberate as much as we can. So I've already covered this one. I suppose I haven't revisited these towns, so like I'll send my unit. So we've got some text to read while we're doing this. But I'll go, you know, talk to these people. I've probably missed some buried treasure as well. I'll have to have a look at my FAQ and see just which ones I've missed up to this point, because I think I explored this map already, so I think we're good, but Diaz Polo. Now, while we're doing all this liberation, I'm not going to save scum it to make sure I get... because you could save scum it to make sure every time you liberated you got a plus reputation card. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to make sure I don't get any negative reputation cards, because I can't afford to lose rep. Oh, you have the moon rolls. Oh, surprise. Right here is the guy that would buy it. There might be other towns, but I'm fine. I kind of need the money. 100 is not enough. 1,000 is not enough. 5,000 is not enough. Oh. Okay, well, there's definitely a better town. I know you can get more than 5,000 goth for it. So, maybe don't sell it there after all. Don't worry about it. It's kind of cool, though. Someone's trying to... I'm pretty sure I can sell it for like 100,000 goth if I wait long enough. Your reputation doesn't always go up if you do the right thing. Yeah, there's a few events... There's a few quests where even if you... like, it's like the perception of what you did, whether it's good or bad. It's weird. It's nice that the game gives you little hints like that, because otherwise you might really have no idea why your reputation is going up and down and crazy. Okay. It seems that there are even people within the Empire who aren't happy with Endora. Oh, I'm pretty sure seeing as she basically conquered the country, she's not, and she's also evil. Don't forget, she's the evil Empress Endora. I don't think very many people really like her. I'm gonna send this unit way over there, because it's gonna take me too long to get there. I actually was thinking about it. Because of the way I'm going through the maps, I didn't need to liberate this city when I did it back in the day. I did it to get that Key of Destiny, so that we can recruit a specific character later on. But because I was going to come back here after recruiting Deneb, but before meeting that character, I didn't need to... I could have saved that town, basically. All people are equal. I'm pretty sure we've heard this before. Destroy the evil ones in the name of the gods. You know the drill. Now, if you're playing an evil reputation, an evil alignment playthrough, maybe don't listen to that guy. To be honest, you still have to kill Empress Endora either way. The woman who used to be the nurse for the House of Zenobia, right. Just a refresher. Remember that key we picked up? Yeah! Good for you guys. So, you know, not every town we revisit is going to have amazing, interesting, excitement stuff. But sometimes they will. I'm pretty sure there's a couple more liberations down here. Looks like at least 2 cities, probably 1 temple. Maybe 2 temples. Actually, probably 2 temples. I don't think your reputation meter goes up for liberating temples, though. Just the card you get would affect it. Working together. Friendship is magic. Yeah. Zenobia is totally free. We've liberated it. Wonder what the interim government is like. You know, it's not like we... I mean, I guess that people could enact democracy. It used to be a monarchy, though. There used to be a king that ran everything. So, there's no king right now. We're just liberating it, and there's people are just fending for themselves. Alright, give me some of that rep. I wouldn't mind a plus reputation card.
Thank you.
I mean, plus 2 or 3 rep would be nice. Keeping in mind that scale on the right is 100 total. Force is required for anything you want to get done. Love, justice. I'm not sure that's true. I'm pretty sure you can get love without force. I think you're crazy, old man. There are some things that may require force, but not everything. Should have enough time to get to these last 3 cities before the day is up. You liberated a Roshian temple. People still cheer, at least. Alright, Emperor's always a nice card. I like to have all these extra cards, that's good. Yeah, you're working together, such nice people. Now, I am a little bit disappointed. I was hoping my reputation meter would be a little bit higher after this first map than nothing. Come on, go up. Noticeably up. I'm not seeing it merely make a dent on it. Well, I did leave a different save state before I started today's episode. So if by the time we get to Ronnie's level, there's no way to get enough reputation, I will, I guess, have to save scum my way to, like, plus reputation cards on a second attempt. Who will help the people who live in the slums? Yeah! I did think of that, game! What are you talking about? I was just talking to the audience about what are we going to do. Actually, hold on. Not that I have any money, but what can we buy here? Oh, all heals are really nice. It's 100 HP to the entire party. But, I don't have the money for it. The Joker card, I think I explained that before. The Joker card is a random tarot card. I think, because you can't use it in battle. I think you use it as an item here, and you get a random tarot card. I think. So if you wanted to get a Fool card or something for a boss, you could buy a bunch of Jokers and keep using them until you got the one you wanted. I think. Yes! Yes! See, this is what I would be scumming for, is to get a bunch of Temperance cards. I don't even want to keep them, but I just want my reputation to get up. Alright, well, we made some progress. Okay, that's one area revisited. There is a special event in Pogrom that I skipped. Once our reputation is about 50%, that we can get another reputation boost that it's kind of a special event I saved so that we could, well, boost our rep up later on, like right now. But it does have a minimum reputation requirement. Okay, how much did we I think we left a lot on this map, I thought. I don't remember liberating very much. 1 city, 2 cities. Well, there's 4 cities to liberate. Could be worse. Pretty sure I did all the buried treasure on this one. I recall hunting down a bunch of buried treasure at least. Yeah, I remember going over to this island and then back over here. Okay. So we probably got all the treasure on this one. Probably. This was where we recruited Aisha. This is supposed to be the neutral temple, the neutral island of monks is what it's supposed to be known as, Island Avalon. This was also the first place you could recruit mermaids and angels, in case you forgot. Come on, give me that rep. It doesn't seem like my bar is going up from normal liberations. Because each time you see the bar go up, that's 4 points. Even if I was just getting 1 or 2 per city, it should be going up. This could be good or bad. That was bad. We lost our reputation. So that's the kind of save scumming I'm going to do. I need it to go up, not down. The other day, a very old wizard came by looking for the Grand Monk. When he heard what happened, he went off looking very sad. His name? Borgnine? I think it was. We might be meeting him one day. Borgnine, a very old wizard. Wonder if he's a good guy or a bad guy. That's right! The the evil Empire's diva. I will help everyone, especially myself. I'm kind of not looking forward to my unit rework that I'm going to have to do pretty soon to make all my units balance. It's a lot of messing around. Alright, the Shrine City Gelza. Everyone parties a little bit. That's just minus strength. I'm not going to save scum for that. As long as I'm not losing reputation, it's fine. I don't want to be a totally dirty, rotten cheater, you know. And keeping in mind, you could do this without an emulator. You would have to save on the world map, show up here, liberate a city. If it was a bad card, reset your game, load from the world map, start this battle. Well, revisit this map, and on and on and on it goes. We'll speed things up a little bit so we can... Rajin? This is the Ninja City of Lightning. Probably. Fool card is really, really good. Luck is okay, but more importantly, we want to use this on bosses. It is definitely better... Well, worlds are good, too. I think it's straight up better than the strength card. Strength is just physical defense, I think. Avalon is so peaceful these days. Okay... I will send... I mean, I like sending my hero to the enemy base to revisit, but I think it's going to take too long, so... Okay, there's 2 routes from here into the Empire. This might be important. One is to head north through the Deneb district. We have not heard of that yet. The other is west through Holai. And that's another islandy ocean map, I believe. Whichever way you go, you'll have to go through Fort Alamut to get to the center of the Empire. Keeping in mind, the Empire is based in the Highlands, which is, I believe, the northwest or northeast of the continent. You know, my real world geography is not great. How am I supposed to understand fictional world geography? Oh, I have a favor to ask. Will you help me? Of course. I want you to stop What? He heard rumors of the rebellion, and before we could stop him, he ran off with just a few friends to fight the Empire himself. Oh, he doesn't stand a chance. I'm like, why would we stop the prince? Oh, stop him from getting killed. Yeah, okay. I don't know where he is, but I'll definitely talk to him. Besides, maybe he'll turn into be an awesome character with super amazing abilities. The Highlands are a country built on warfare, but they were never the bloodthirsty barbarians that the Empire is. Endora also wasn't always as cold as she is now. But the Black Knight has an aura of evil about him, almost like the legendary ogres. That's the Dark Knight Garys, or Garrus. We fought him once. Why did the Highlanders feel like they needed to destroy Zenobia and build an empire? I guess the answer to that lies with the mage Rashidi. Well, we don't know much about those guys yet, but as we play the game, all will become clear, folks. Suffice to say that Rashidi and Garys are not good people, and maybe the Empress Endora is a little bit hoodwinked. I don't know. Maybe she's in on it too. Better save. Sure, that doesn't really do anything. Changes the time to midnight. It's already midnight. Oh, Avalon is so peaceful. I would really like my reputation to be at least at the halfway marker before we have to go into the next battle map. Oh, that time it went up. So we are gaining reputation for liberating at least. Maybe not as much as I'd like, but it's definitely working. I got to see it that time. It would definitely go up more. Oh man, lucky. Yeah! It would definitely be better if I was save scumming to get perfect tarot draws, so I could get lots of temperance and stuff. We've got 3 justice cards. They're fine, but fools are way better for boss battles. If you forget, Fool is the one that makes every enemy except the boss or the leader run away. So it's really, really good. Thanks to you, Avalon is again peaceful. Thank you very much. Well, you're welcome. And please tell your friends that I'm a good guy. We're just going city to city, you know, putting up flyers saying Blue is good, vote Blue, he's awesome. Something like that. Probably. Vote Blue. Alright, that's where we recruited Aisha. It's just hanging out in the volcanoes. Last city is Jish. I know I'm not saying all the names, but Jishian. Jishian? I don't know.
Liberation.
Freaking terrible translated names. I have no idea what they're supposed to mean. Oops, I didn't save it, but it was okay.
Thank you.
So a little bit of bonus alignment. It really doesn't matter. We're already at 100, so don't worry about it. Yeah, everyone's happy. Alright, well, we're doing good. It's not going quite as quick as I was thinking. I'm definitely going to finish revisiting Diaspola today, and I'll try to do Pogrom. There's that one city in Pogrom. So we'll have maybe a little bit longer episode today, just so we can get all this done. And then next episode, before I start the next map, I will reset the unit rosters a bit. We're also getting quite short on cash. No, not Scott. Chris. There you go. Hope you enjoy being our liberator. One of our viewers. Don't think I ever liberated that temple. There should be quite a few to the north that I've skipped. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 in the corner. I did that temple. I think I skipped that temple. So there's like 5 more cities. That's at least 5 more points of reputation, assuming you get at least 1 every time. That's going to get us pretty close to the halfway marker. Have you heard of Centaur? He was an ancient demon in legends. Statues of him are used as charms, but the statues change from region to region. There's a magician who has a huge collection of them around here. I think his name is Borgnine. Oh! Maybe that's the Borgnine. I think he lives in Anglum. Anglum is to the north. And speaking of Centaur demons, didn't you guys remember? That thing here. That might be a Centaur demon. That's a statue of a demon Centaur. Maybe. Alright. I definitely didn't liberate much. It's gonna be nice going back to normal maps after this, where I can just liberate everything like I like to. It's good for getting money and stuff. We can have a big map where I just liberate all the cities, and we'll actually make proper income. Hurry up! Sheesh. No respect, I tell you. This guy's just yelling at me to go faster. It's a pretty big map. I'm also pretty sure there's some treasure on this map that I've missed. Might be some... I'm trying to remember. I don't think we got any already. Like, I don't remember picking anything up on this map when we went through it last episode. But I know there's, like, at least 2. Judgment's fine. Ice damage, I believe, and HP. Yeah. Much of the Calbian Peninsula is covered with snow. It may slow you down. Unless you've got ice dragons or muses. Or, there's not very many snow units, to be honest. There's a certain type of giant. There's the good dragons, and that might be it. Yeah. I guess they're telling us that we're going to be going to the Calbian Peninsula pretty soon. I'll just send my guy along the main road. Speed it up a little bit. As much as the music is nice, you know, it's, we got stuff to do, places to go, people to see, monsters to kill, ogres to battle. Make sure we save. Lovers, good. There we go. We got to keep getting lucky like that. So we've got +4 reputation just from cards so far. That's nice. And the message is boring. I think we'll be okay on reputation. It's starting to look like, you know, we're getting close to the 50% marker. I've got at least 1 map before I have to worry about Ronnie anyway, and we should be able to get quite a lot of reputation on that one. So that'll be good. I might keep this. Yeah, a full heal is kind of nice for an emergency. I've got a lot of damage cards, so we'll get rid of one of the hermits. Hermits are fine, but lightning damage isn't, like, the best. So don't worry about holding on to a million of those. I kind of wish you could hold on to more cards. Like, how big are these things? We've got an army, and we can't even hold more than, like, 12 cards. Remorge. I'm gonna try to say all the cities. Ah, that's bad reputation. Yeah, bad juju. We'd probably be pretty much neutral reputation if I hadn't been reloading. So they lost freedom to bear arms. Bear children? Whoa! Alright, that's way worse. They're not even allowed to have kids here. Do they have, like, contraceptives, or are they just stabbed? I don't know. It's, you know, medieval fantasy world. How do you deal with stuff like that? I guess they have magic. Maybe there's witches that can force you to have no children or something. Who knows? What am I talking about? Hey, we found Anglum.
Liberation.
It's not quite England. And Star's fine. A little bit of agility. So actually, one of the things that's going to happen is if we keep using the same unit to liberate everything, they'll end up with bonus stats a fair bit. Anyway, welcome! This guy's fun. The Stupendous Wizard Borgnine. I'll say his name like that. Ooh, a Centaur Demon. And one that he hasn't got any of them. Every time you bring him one, it's one he doesn't have. I'll give you 10,000 Goth. Terrible deal. Well then, how about an Undead Staff? Now I'm just going to show you. There's other stuff, but that's what I'm going to take. No. How about this lovely Stone of Dragos? So if you wanted to get a Beast Tamer, you could at least get one or two from these trades. Well, just forget it. I thought you could get Undead Rings as well. Well, apparently your choice is Staff or Stone of Dragos. Still, Undead Staffs are really valuable. Because, like, if you're in a situation where you've got, like, say, 10 Undead Rings, normally, and no Undead Staves, you actually can't use them, because you generally have to go Sorcerer, or sorry, Mage, Sorcerer, Lich, and this game, because the mod has changed it to, you just skip the, like the mages go straight to Lich with one staff, and you can use the Undead Rings on the Banshees to go into Sorceress. But usually, an Undead Ring on its own with no accompanying staff is basically useless. Snow, snow, snow. I kind of wish the towns had a little bit more varied dialogue, but I guess it's fair.
Liberation.
This is a pretty old game, and it's already got a lot of, you know, ahead of its time mechanics, I think. Priestess, sure, whatever. Not really that lucky. We're already at max alignment. Alright, we got one more town to liberate. We should have enough time to get here. Could revisit the temple, but I don't think anything will happen there. I heard that one of the 4 divas, General Figaro, is in Calbia. I wonder why. So, spoiler alert, if you want some special, I think it's a sword actually out of Figaro, you wait to fight him for a long time until a certain other diva that you can recruit, whose name I'm trying not to spoil, but we might have already mentioned, we might have already met. If you recruit him first and then backtrack to that map, when you visit one of the divas, you can get their sword, which is cool, but it's actually like, imagine by the time you can recruit this mysterious diva, you're at level 20. It's like going back to a level 10 battle just so you can get a sword. So all of your characters are way over leveled if you do that, which I probably won't do. Do I need more Fool cards? Not really, but alright, stars are nice, but fools are better. Alright, more information about Figaro. He does not have a castle that can tunnel underground in the desert, as cool as that would sound. Or he is not a castle, I guess. Hurry up! Alright, I think we've been everywhere, except for finding the treasure that I've missed, which might be right here, but probably isn't. I'll have to look at my map. I'll probably have to restart the day, too. I don't have enough time. I don't want to lose my reputation by letting a day pass. Over the oh, it's just the freedom stories. Yeah. The freedom to listen. Alright, so I didn't get as much reputation as I was hoping. But like I've said, I don't have to go to the Calbi Peninsula yet. And I can do Castellation C. Now, let me just pull out my notes here. The one that's tricky is Valley Castro, which will unlock as soon as we do the C here. After this map, the next map has Ronnie on it, and we need really high reputation, like at least like 2/3 of the way up to have a good shot at her. And then like after Ronnie, like every map for the next 6 battles has another hero. So we need to keep our reputation high for the next very long time. So we're actually, well, okay. Now I guess I could do the Calbian Peninsula. The difference is, do I care about that sword? If I want that special sword, I have to wait like 6 maps, and then we're going to be way over leveled when we come back here just to get a special sword. And a little bit of dialogue between a couple of divas. Or we can do it now, don't worry about the sword, and that gives me 2 maps where I can upgrade our reputation before I need it to recruit a character. So I'm going to think on that, and I might do it like that. I actually might do Calbi and Castellation C before the next, the third one, the Valley Castro. Let me just check. I don't think we have enough, but let me just quickly check. I don't even kind of waste my money here, but should have saved on the world map. But I just want to see if we've got enough reputation. I think we're just under 50% right now, and I think it needs to be above 50 or above 60, something like that. Capella's gone, yada yada yada. I can't remember which city it is. It's one of these ones along the northwest. It's probably this one up in the corner. They're always the furthest away. Okay, Toad, no. Once you go to the Milano, that's another side quest. I can double check my my walkthrough if I need to, but an island floating in the sky, that's impossible. Alright, well, I can't get the extra item there. I'm actually going to do one last thing. Like I said, I want to get the treasure in Diaspola so that next episode we can start right away with whichever map I end up deciding on after I do my unit roster. So I'm just going to put one more break in the video, and we'll be right back. Okay, folks, we're back, I think. So yeah, there's one little treasure here I missed, and kind of relatively obvious. Little square here. What do we get? A silver helmet. Probably trash. The other treasure, there was 2 on this map like I'd thought. We must have got it last episode and I forgot. There's one somewhere around here and I double checked. It's not there anymore, so we must have already picked something up. Alright, so I think that's it for today's episode. I've got a couple new names to add from my YouTube list. Like I said before, if you'd like to have a character, you can still join up. Just edit the spreadsheet. We're probably at the point where there's not enough room for new leaders, but there's still plenty of... Well, I mean, heck, if you want to be a skeleton, you could be a skeleton. If you want to be one of the healers that's not necessarily a leader, or a... Well, Rat's already picked, but I think, like, this Doll Mage doesn't have a name yet. I think maybe he does. I'm sorry if you do, but, you know... Point is, I have some slots left. Definitely, I've got... No one's wanted to be a golem yet, for instance, or a griffin, or a giant. No one's really wanted to be a dragon that badly. I've got werewolves and were-tigers, brutes, ninjas, worms, probably a couple angels at some point. You know, I've got quite a few units that could use names, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So if you want to join, feel free to, you know, make a request. Anyway, I think that's it for now. The Silver Helm, pretty terrible. That's possibly the worst item I've ever found, actually. I will need to start equipping these. We're actually almost out of space. I've got 1 page left and then I'm out of room. So I need to start, like, equipping things or selling stuff or something. Oh, we could use this while we're here. Let's see, Thunder. We've got Vanilla. We've got Warren. Warren would make a better Lich than probably the rest of the group because he gets well, a little bit more intelligence. There's actually going to be another really good mage we'll recruit eventually, a hero mage. That would make a really good one. Xavier, yeah, like, look, I guess maybe for the basic characters, Vanilla actually has really good intellect compared to my other, you know, leveled up on my own from base kind of mages. That's pretty good. I'll tell you what, I'll give it to Vanilla. I was gonna give it to somebody else, but Vanilla, you can be the Lich. So you got a second attack, and you know, it actually won't be as overpowered as a lot of the time Liches are. I'm not gonna give you an undead unit. I've already got one of those. I don't want a bunch of them. Liches usually get 3 attacks, so he only gets 2, which is kind of fair. And as the leader, if anybody tries to focus you down, you got the Lich resistances, which will help keep you alive, which is nice. So, that's cool. I'll try to turn Thunder into one eventually. At least the male wizard leaders should be Liches if possible. I'm still not 100% sure if the sorceresses share the Lich's resistances. I can actually check. I have a sheet I can look at. But they might, and that'd be kind of cool. Anyway, yeah, I got some work to do, so I'm going to take a break and rearrange a bunch of units to suit my desires, because I don't want 1 or 2 overpowered units, and I'm probably going to do this one next, so I want to make a mermaid unit and an angel unit and all that. You'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed, and have a great day.